Hi, and welcome to this week's episode of Why Did We Watch This Movie? I'm Finn,
And I'm Sky.
and today we're joined by...
Sayonara! It's me again, bitches!
And this week we ask, why did we watch Hotel for Dogs? That's how you do an intro.
Yeah, it is.
That's how you do. My intro's better than yours, bitch!
Alright, Sky, do you want to...
Yeah. Alright, let's... Oh, what the fuck? Okay, thank you, Letterboxd. No!
See,
Oh, fucking ad block.
I
do
can
every
read
way
it.
that- Yeah!
Yes, please!
Fuck you, Sky! I'm
Fuck
reading
you,
it!
Sky!
Yes,
I'm
please.
the new
My ad block
co-host!
is fucked up.
Why did we
Fine.
watch this movie? Guest starring Sky!
So I'm just reading the synopsis on Letterboxd.
Yeah.
Alright. Placed in a foster home that doesn't allow pets, 16-year-old Andy and her younger brother Bruce turn an abandoned hotel into a home for their dog. Soon, other strays arrive, and the hotel becomes a haven for every orphaned canine in town. But the kids have to do some quick thinking to keep the cops off their tails.
Alright, immediately something wrong with that. There were already strays in the hotel.
Yeah. There were 3 dogs.
Yeah, there were three.
Actually?
2? Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
You had-
There were two in
Oh,
the
yeah,
hotel to
2.
begin with, and then the main dog.
You got
joined them.
you got the main dog, and then you got the 2 from the dog store that joined them.
Yeah, that was Friday, which is the kid's original
Friday,
dog.
yes.
Yeah.
And then there was Georgia, I think, or Georgie, one of them.
Who's
The little
Georgia?
like
Gina.
Georgina, something like that. The little black and white. I don't know what breed of
French.
dog it was. French bull,
French
whatever.
dog.
I don't know. And then there's that big fuck off dog whose name I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like
Or-
the original 3.
Yeah, the
if I
OGs.
remember correctly.
The OG dogs.
So, for this one, I remember I knew of it, but this went right under my radar when I was younger.
This is a film I watched like 3 times as a kid.
I was watched this as a kid. I was talking to Madeline, and I was like, "Oh, you remember Hotel for Dogs, right?" She's like, "No, I've never watched it." I just thought this was a classic childhood, early 2000s movie.
Nah, I'm
Because-
with you on this one.
Yeah, because they had the whole I can't remember if it was Macca's or Hungry Jack's. But they
It
had a
was
whole-
Macca's. It was
Yeah,
Macca's.
they had a whole toy line for it
Yeah,
with the cute little plushy dogs. I fucking love that toy line.
it was great.
It just, I don't know. It must have slipped right by me because
Wow.
I think I remember seeing all the stuff about it, but I don't think I ever watched it. But
Tisk, tisk, tisk.
but also this one it also another Nickelodeon movie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We had Nickelodeon last week's episode, and then Nickelodeon this week.
Yeah. I was gonna say something, but I forgot. So I don't know. Something. Nickelodeon. Stop looking at feet. Something.
That was
Right
just
on.
one guy.
A big guy, like a
A
main
big guy,
guy.
Still.
He was.
You know what I mean? Like an important guy. Is what I mean by big. I mean
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
important.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. All right. So
Can we talk about how many big names are in this film?
Well, names are
Did it
small,
have
and I
that
don't know
many?
any of them.
Well, there was Don Cheadle, Lisa Kudrow, now Emma Roberts,
oh, sure, yeah.
and even Yvette Nicole Brown she was only had a minor role in this, but nonetheless.
I will have a look. I will say they count as a big name if I know, have heard of them.
You'll
Let's
know
have a look.
Yvette
Emma
Nicole
Roberts
Brown is.
Emma Roberts sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah.
I'm just quickly scrolling through the list. I want to see who I know off the top of my head.
Also,
Oh.
Emma Roberts, also a sad victim of Madam Web.
Oh my God, it's
Nope,
spreading.
that's it. Just Emma Roberts.
You know Yvette Nicole Brown. She was Oh,
Community.
Community.
Oh,
Fuck, what's her name?
I was gonna say she was there for like 5 seconds. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
she's from Community.
Shirley. She was Shirley in Community.
Yeah. I need to finish
Lisa
watching that.
Kudrow was in Friends,
I haven't seen Friends.
and Don Cheadle is in
A
most
lot of
of the
things.
Avengers movies. Well, I mean, also Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Who's the Avenger?
Don Cheadle, the caseworker.
I haven't watched a Marvel movie in a hot minute.
All right, well, he's War Machine in it.
Oh.
He also played a very good character in the film White Noise, which deserved more credit than what it got, personally. But
Never heard of it.
All right, so
he was also the main villain in Space Jam 2.
I haven't watched Space Jam 2.
Yeah.
Is that on the list? Have
Oh,
you guys
of
done
course it is. It's got like a 1.8 on Letterboxd.
Oh, man.
Jesus, does the first one make it?
No, I think.
No, that's a
Okay.
I'll check.
classic. That's a classic. If it
I
does,
will
then...
check.
There are many other
I-
things are classic, but it doesn't mean they don't make the fucking list.
No,
Like, there's
okay.
The
Space
hat
Jam-
made it.
The original Space Jam does not make the list. It's got a 3.3.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
Space Jam: A New Legacy definitely does, because it's got a 1.8.
Look, Sky, if
Yep.
I'm nostalgic for it, then it has to be good, alright?
I'm not saying it's not good.
In all
I am the
fairness,
be-all, end-all.
in all fairness, it is a pretty good starting point.
That is
I
If-
mean,
if
I own
has-
the more popular stuff.
If has heard of it, it's a good starting point.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
big movie execs that are definitely listening to this, impress me.
Big movie execs, make them hear about it.
So
You can't make me do shit.
it reminds me of a way I heard about someone who we listen to being on Sans Pants Radio.
Yeah.
Like one of them talked about how his wife reviews movies for Letterboxd, and it kind of feels like how it Where it's-
Elaborate.
where everything starts at a 0 and the movie has to impress you.
No, that's not how I do
No.
it, actually. No. Would you
Yeah.
like to hear my process?
Actually,
would,
yes.
actually.
It starts at a 3.
Oh.
It starts average. Everything starts off as mid.
Ah.
And then it gains or loses points throughout the film, and then whatever the end point is what it gets.
See, I'm similar, but it starts at a 5, and the more it disappoints me, the more it goes down.
No, that's- I assume everything will be depressingly average.
Okay.
That sounds like your normal mentality, yeah.
Wow, okay. Calling me out.
The way
Yes.
I usually do, the way I usually review, I like to think of it as like a slot machine,
What?
and
Interesting.
like everything, it's a complete mystery what it could be. I'm like, okay, I'm unsure what it could be, and slowly throughout it becomes clearer. It's like, okay, 3, 4 now, 4.5, back down to 2. Like
So what I'm
it's like I discover it as I'm watching, and I check in with myself while
so
I'm
what
watching.
I'm hearing is that you don't have a starting point.
No, it's a complete mystery, like a slot machine. I pull
So
the lever,
Finn-
and I get to see how it goes.
So Finn, I think we can agree Sky does it wrong.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Yep. I made a-
wrong.
Incorrect.
From recording this episode, I've heard, the last thing I posted on our Instagram was promoting the Cat in the Hat episode, and I talked about how much I was bullied in that episode. I was like, all right, guys, remember, bullying works. Turns out I'm just going to get bullied on my own fucking show.
Sky, I don't
Right,
know how to
started.
tell you this, but
You're very bullyable.
yes. You give it to peer pressure too easily. Call me out. I'm gonna call Sky out. You give it to peer pressure too easily, and you're a bit of a pushover, so you are an easier target for bullying. I
Yeah.
keep telling you, you gotta snap back. Snap back.
I just don't
And
know
then
how
the
to snap
bully
back.
left.
I'm like, I don't know, like, whatever. Just
Say something that's a little mean, but not too mean where they'll actually cry about it.
that's tricky.
Yeah, I
not.
mean, we're all autistic, so we all fuck it up, but... I mean,
I
normal.
don't. I'm
We're
perfect.
abnormal. Neurotypical people fuck it up, but I
But
feel like
I'm
we probably
normal.
fuck it up more. The biggest lie we could tell ourselves. But, movie. movie things.
Yes.
Let me get you back on track, bitches. Kuchu, talk about the movie.
Can we talk about
True.
how this film was very unsubtly sponsored by Pedigree?
it?
Yeah, every time there was dog food on screen, it was Pedigree dog food, and the fucking labels were always facing the camera.
I didn't notice
Yeah.
that
I
because
did.
I don't give a fuck. But that's a good sponsorship to have for a movie about dogs, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Great movie. Because who's gonna watch it? People with dogs.
Dogs. No, dogs are gonna watch
The
it.
dogs are Did they when they released it on DVD? I don't know if they did this, but they should have done this because like dogs can only see certain colors. Like obviously the way their eyes work with colors is different. They should have had like a dog color filter version, like or like option.
Now, I think that's a cool idea, but it would make zero money. In fact, I think it would lose them money. So,
Well, no, because you can like. I'm not saying like sell it as its own DVD. Usually, like, especially in the older CDs, you could like go into the settings and change things. Or I guess you could just do it yourself with your DVD player if you really wanted to do that. Like change the color filter or something on your DVD player or TV or however the fuck you do it. I don't know how technology works. But yeah, I don't know. Cool idea. Cool idea. Again, big wigs. You should listen to me more.
The big wigs. Okay.
The big wigs. Yeah, you know, isn't that what you call big important executive people? Big wigs?
correct.
I do not know.
That is a word for it.
Alright,
Okay, I'll
so
take
I'm
your
always
word
right.
for it.
I'm always right.
Sure.
Okay.
We'll say that.
Can I say something I'm glad this film didn't do?
I have a
Okay, fire
feeling
away.
what you're gonna say, but go ahead, yeah.
I'm glad the dogs didn't talk.
Okay.
Okay.
Not what I thought
That's
you were gonna
fair.
say, but that is true. Yeah, I'm also happy that they didn't talk. Let
No.
the dogs be dogs. I
The-
thought you were gonna say I'm glad there wasn't a scene where two dogs were fucking. I know
Why-
it's a kids
my
movie.
God.
What the?
But they
f-
do.
Why
They
the
do that
fuck-
in kids movies. Every single fucking movie with a dog in it that I have seen, like at least that I can remember, excluding Hotel for Dogs, has a dog like fucking a plushie or fucking each other. I don't know why. I don't know why people think that's funny. It's
yeah. Now
not
that you've
funny.
mentioned it, yeah, you are entirely right. But
It's not funny. I'm sorry, I peaked the mic so hard there, but I am so angry. It's not funny. It's
it didn't
terrible.
pick up. Don't worry.
Stop. Stop it.
Stop it.
Stop it,
Stop
or
it.
I will find you.
Aw.
You listening to this personally, I will find you. No, I'm kidding.
Fucking Kelly,
Yeah.
Um,
But I am glad that they didn't talk or
Yeah.
fuck.
Also, I only recognize. I'm normally pretty good at recognizing animal actors. I will say I only recognize.
flex, but okay.
Yeah, I only recognized one from this film, and it was the three-legged dog because that dog's name is Lucy, but in Parks and Rec, she plays April and Andy's dog champion.
Oh.
Oh.
Mention the disabled dog, Lucy. I was like, wow, pulling the disabled dog out at the end for pity points. Because we did not see the dog, at least I didn't, throughout the movie at all
No, she
until
was
that
in there.
end bit. I didn't see
Oh,
her.
she was there.
She was in there a couple times.
I didn't see her at all.
Just as kind of a, like most of the other dogs, apart from like the main five, she was in the
A
background quite a
background
bit.
dog.
Yeah, she was a background dog.
There was a lot of dogs.
Okay, I was like, I
That
didn't
fun.
see her. So
Bit
I
of
was going to be
trivia.
like, wow, getting those brownie points.
Yeah, bit of trivia. Nearly 70 dogs were used for the making of this film, while
Yes.
many of which were rescued from the pound. And then most
Nice.
of them went off to be adopted by the crew.
I was going to say, because they had on the end credits, they had like all the
Ooh.
pictures of the people and the
Yeah.
dogs.
It's
Which
very
I
cool.
think was very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to hate a movie that has dogs in it.
Yeah.
And is about dogs.
Yeah.
Dogs are just great, and if you don't like dogs, then you're wrong.
But it is kind of easy to hate a film directed by this director, because he also directed Diary of a Wimpy Kid and the second Percy Jackson film.
Now, is this
Oh.
the original Diary
The
of a
original
Wimpy
Di-
Kid?
It's one of those films where if you watch it again now, it's not as good as it was.
Yeah, but is this the original Diary of the
yes,
Wimpy Kid, or is this the? Okay, I was gonna say, is it that one, or is it the one where they go on like
The
a camp
animated
trip?
one. Oh,
Okay, no, because there's an animated one. Okay, I know
yeah,
the two live action.
They recently remade all of the Diary of the Wimpy Kid films as animated films.
Really?
That's nice.
Yeah. No, apparently they're
Okay.
dog shit.
Well,
Oh.
I would prefer it animated, like if it's done well enough,
No, it's
than a
apparently
live
not.
action.
It's
Okay.
apparently
It's
really
dog
not.
shit. It's dog shit, guys. Another movie to
terrible,
put on the list.
I think I already have.
Nice.
Oh wow.
But
But-
dogs.
Hotel
Dogs are
4.
adorable. Okay. So, what are some stuff you guys liked about this? Like favorite parts, least favorite parts. What's some stuff that you liked and didn't like about it?
I like the dog that straight up ate paint.
Yummy, yummy paint.
Delicious. Obviously,
These taste like chemicals.
obviously I'm joking. But I actually, once the hotel was kind of up and running, I actually really liked. I thought it was really cool, to be honest.
I think it had the right amount of whims, where it's like, wait, these
right
kids
amount
are
of
just
what?
straight up.
Whims,
like,
as in like whimsy, I'm
whims.
assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because, like, it's like, oh yeah, it's like, can children make something so, like, powerful and strong? It's like, oh yeah, I learnt it from my dad. Was your dad an engineer? You learned how to make catapults and like timed things, like, bro.
Realistically, no. For the point of this movie, of course.
Did you guys
Yeah.
not make shit as kids?
I did, but never anything as technically complex as that.
Yeah.
Fair. I think the biggest thing I ever made was a little tree house, like a really little tree house, out of these. You know, there's like wooden crate things that they like stack things on so that the forklifts can lift them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a crate.
Yeah, like a bunch of those. Is it a crate? Is it a crate like
yeah,
a box?
I've heard them only ever been. Oh, pallets?
Pallet. A pallet. Yes.
Yeah, we are so smart.
Yeah. So, you guys clearly don't work around pallets.
I
And I
used-
almost
I
put a
used to.
nail. I almost put a nail right through my finger because I was like
Oh,
a 10-year-old with nails and a hammer, unsupervised.
Gosh.
Fun. Alright.
But yeah, I mean, like, if this kid spends all of his time fucking around with shit, I think he could. I think he could do what he does in the movie. Because, like, like, he hates his fucking... Not hates his life. He hates living with those people. He hates living with those foster parents. And I would too, honestly. I don't blame
Oh,
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible foster parents. Also,
Bradford.
can we just say, keeping up with the stereotype of having terrible foster parents, it's not every foster family is terrible, from what I've heard. Like, I've had a good few friends go through the foster system. None
I
of
thought you were going to say from personal experience. I was going to
No.
be like, what the fuck?
Like, what the hell?
me this.
We
no,
just
no.
have
I've
major law on us.
had some major fin law, you know.
Yeah.
No. I've had a good few friends go through the foster system, and most of them had a good time with it.
Yeah,
At
no,
least
a
as good
good
a time
time.
as
you-
As good a time as you can.
I was gonna say, like, it is definitely a stereotype. I definitely agree.
Mm.
It's overplayed, but I mean,
There's
for a lot of
truth
kids,
in
that is
chat,
also
yeah.
that is the reality for them. And
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I'm not an expert on like the foster system and the adoption process in like different places or even Australia because I don't plan on having kids. Ill. But like a lot of the time, it can be a very traumatic.
Oh,
System.
yeah.
Oh, wow, you don't say.
Yeah. Being ripped away from your parents when you're like too young to understand why it's happening, and being
Parents
placed with
died?
random strangers.
Sounds fucking great.
Well, it's
Yeah.
not always the parents die. Like sometimes it's like if a parent dies or if a parent is deemed unfit and no one else who is related to them is willing to take them
Yeah.
in, then they go into like the foster system.
Mm.
Yeah, totally not traumatic.
Yeah.
Turn.
It sounds like a regular Saturday night.
But that food that they're like, oh yeah, here, let me place this microwave tray down. I was
Yeah,
like,
have
"Jeez."
this slop.
Yeah, I was like, I wrote
The
down.
dogs don't even need it.
Yeah, I was like, bro, that food was slop. That's pretty much child abuse.
I don't think
I
it's
would
pretty
not
much
eat
child
that.
abuse. I think it is child abuse.
Yeah. It is, but I don't want to be like, wow, that's child abuse. Because
Well,
I have to keep my notes lighthearted.
No, you don't. You talk about killing yourself in your notes all the time.
Yeah, but that's funny.
Ending my life right now, BRB.
See ya.
Speaking
Lamau,
of,
on the other side.
it kind of segues into one of my notes at the end where that guy that you said played War Machine or whatever.
Don Cheadle.
Yeah. He's like, oh, guys, no, look, this is so cool. This is Hotel for Dogs. Guys, come on, don't raid the place or whatever.
I did actually write down, it's funny how Don Cheadle saves the day and not the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of realistic in the sense that no one listens to fucking kids. But
Yeah.
I
in the speech, he was like, "Oh, all these cute, precious dogs are gonna get destroyed," and I was just like, "I love how he said destroyed instead of kill."
Yeah, I was gonna say.
destroy the dogs.
Like you're on TikTok and you have to say unalive instead of like, bro, you can't unalive these dogs.
Put a bomb inside the dog. Dog
Oh my
explodes.
God,
Destroyed.
Jesus Christ.
Kaboom!
But I thought that was weird. But I guess I was also like, it's kind of a kids movie, but at the same time, it's weird.
It's a weird line with sometimes like some of these like some kids movies. It's like okay, we can say this, but you can't show this.
Yeah,
You can show straight people kissing, but not the gay people kissing.
I was like I said with the Dora episode. Go watch that if you haven't watched that. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Very subtle. I don't think they caught that advertising there.
Hey, you gotta plug yourself sometimes, all right?
Yeah.
And doing it like
You're
we don't
welcome.
have to do it.
Yeah, you're welcome. The humor was quite crude, but I don't think as crude, which is kind of weird thinking about it. Like if you put the two movies next to each other and asked a random person who hadn't seen either of them, which one of these two do you think has more like crude humor in it? I think at
Dora.
least more people would say Hotel for Dogs.
In all fairness, we have two.
Oh,
Fun fact: no men ever stood in dog shit in that film.
that's true.
Huh.
I just saw that in the trivia, and I was like, interesting. Carrying on.
Yeah, actually, I was gonna say Dora, but no, I think maybe Hotel for Dogs.
Like Dora
Oh,
has more
no.
crude humor, in my opinion.
It does have. Okay, yeah, no, I'm gonna say Dora.
But
'Cause
like,
this one
I
is
feel like
like-
Hotel for Dogs should have more crude. Well, not should, but like is expected to have more crude.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, look, dogs shit and piss everywhere. It happens. They're animals. They don't know what to do.
Yeah. It's I don't know. Speaking of bouncing off of the thing where I was like he said destroy instead of kill. I have another note where about death. I wrote also, did they really show the implication of a dog being euthanized in a kids movie? Damn.
They did, yeah, and I thought that was very funny.
Like it's kind of weird how they could like very strongly imply that they're killing off the dogs after like 2 days or something. What was it? 72 hours?
Something like that.
Because they crossed out. There was a bit in the movie where there was a little sign, and it like said a week, and it was crossed out and written to 72 hours. But yeah, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, like, all right, any dogs in here? 72 hours. That's all you got. And also, hey, now there's no dogs to do.
Yeah,
This is
obviously.
great.
And you're dead.
Obviously, like at least for me, I don't want dogs to die, and I would prefer no kill shelters. Jesus Christ, I can't talk, but like I understand why kill shelters exist when there's a lot of irresponsible pet owners in the world, if that makes sense.
Mm.
Any of the
Yeah.
words that I just said, if they were in English and said in this right order. But like, I wish kill shelters didn't exist. Poor dogs. They didn't ask for this.
Yeah.
They didn't ask for people to play
Yeah.
fucking God with their genetics and then toss them to the side.
A pug didn't ask to exist.
Pugs shouldn't exist, honestly.
They really shouldn't.
But
Yeah.
So you go.
Fuck. I just have like all these notes where I'm like, here's a weird thing. Here's another weird thing. like at the very beginning, how they sold like fake walkie-talkies to a pawn shop, and they're like, "Hey, $20, that's pretty good." And
2009, a simpler time.
and it's like, then immediately the pawn shop owner found her. She's like, "Fuck, go!"
Fucking leg it.
Okay.
And then he's like walking backwards, shaky arms, right into a cop, and then he drops all of his shit. Guys, if you're gonna rob someone, rob with confidence.
Well,
You
to
gotta
be fair, he's like
go
what, an
5 blocks
11-year-old?
Go 5 blocks away, buy your Maccas, rob with confidence, guys.
Oh, speaking
Right.
of, I did not need that ASMR of the dog eating the fucking burger meat. Right after that part, just those fucking
I watched
sloppy
this.
noises straight
I
to my
watched this
ears.
film with headphones as well.
So did I. I
Yeah.
did as well. And I actually threw my headphones off. And I like ripped the cord out.
Can I just note the fact I just read this in the fucking trivia. I've lost it now. Oh yeah, the other dog that was already in the hotel was called Lenny.
Lenny.
But that means that the two dogs that were already in the hotel were Lenny and Georgia, like of Mice and Men.
Oh no.
I didn't. That's the movie where they're like, think of the rabbits, dude. Think
Yeah.
of the rabbits.
Yeah.
Think of the rabbits. Think of the rabbits, George.
Damn.
Good.
I just
Oh
thought that
my
was
God.
very funny.
That
Fair
is so...
enough.
What a choice. That's crazy.
I have so many notes on what I say, but I'm like, I don't know how to like slot them in normally.
Sometimes we just be like, all right, list off
Look,
some of your notes.
I'll be perfectly frank. I don't have any more notes because, as much as this film was nice, but it was a bit boring in my opinion.
Yeah, it was very inoffensive. It's just a movie.
Also,
So,
it's
frankly,
kinda
that's
hard to
all the
keep
notes I
track-
had.
It's kind of hard to keep track of all the fucking subplots. There were so many fucking subplots. And like the fucking romantic subplot, and then the dog romance subplot, and then the foster parent. There was so many things going on in the movie. All at the same time.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, I'm not this invested, alright? I was so confused by the dog romance. I knew they were gonna do it. It's another
Because
dog movie stereotype that they always fucking do.
There's dog romance.
Yeah, I just wrote in my notes, dog romance? Question mark, question mark,
No,
question mark.
I wrote the same thing.
Hey!
I literally wrote the same thing.
I didn't.
I wrote dog romance question mark.
And again,
God.
like the romantic subplot between Andy and whatever the fuck his name is, forgettable white guy from the pet store,
God.
wasn't needed.
I
think for that, I
Like,
don't remember.
it's
Okay, no.
Dave. His name was Dave.
Dave!
Of course it was Dave.
Also, I just found out he's young Neil in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Oh, nice.
Huh.
But just, yeah, like, I don't know. It was really awkward, and I don't know. It was very weird. I don't know why. It was just like, but it felt kind of forced in. It's like,
Yeah, I mean-
and hey, don't forget the romance, the teen romance. The teens are gonna love this.
They do that in a lot of movies where there's like a forced romance subplot, and you're like, this wasn't needed.
It's
This is
so
taking away from the main movie. But like it being awkward in this movie does, again, like I said at the door thing, it does make sense because they're teenagers. It's awkward. I'm an adult, and romance is awkward for me. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm 23. Imagine being a hormonal teenager.
Hey, do you want these dogs? You can take these dogs, right?
That was one of my notes,
will you take me?
actually. Like, the floating teenage dialogue is super awkward, but it's also pretty realistic. And then at the end, I was like, "Get these kissing teenagers off of my screen!" Why do they always have to end in a kiss? Why is that like a weird universal side of, oh yeah, romance successful?
Does you gotta lock lips and to prove your love or something.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry, I
let's
just found
develop
one more note.
Yeah, go ahead.
When they got separate, when the two brother and sister got separated,
Yeah.
can we just note how it was very funny that Emma Roberts got sent to what looks like a lesbian colony?
This early
But lesbian
2000
colony-
alternative fashion was just lesbian.
Yeah.
So it
Lesbian
doesn't
colony
surprise
being
me.
all girls foster home.
Yeah, they were both in group homes, I think, from the looks of it.
Yeah, and then it's like, yeah, all the girls, they're just by themselves doing girl things, and they're sad. Boys, they're rambunctious and eating pizza.
Pizza.
You gotta love pizza!
God, but yeah, I think like, the stuff I had in this, like literally on that, I was like, damn, these straights are something. Like, it was just, I don't know, the interaction was just so off to me.
These gosh darn straights.
This movie had the kid from Wizard of Waverly Place that got arrested.
Oh yeah, I forgot he got arrested, didn't he?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Jake T. Austin got arrested.
Yeah, but you said Wizards of Waverly Place. Who does he play in Wizards of Waverly?
The youngest brother.
Oh, Max.
Yeah, Max. He
That's
plays
right,
Max.
guys. I watched Wizards of Waverly Place.
And maybe you know what he looks like.
I don't know what that laugh was. It's meant to be a novel laugh, and it came out weird. I'm a gremlin.
Everybody, I watched Wizard of Waverly.
Please cut that laugh out. I know you're not going to, but cut it out.
I
Oh,
am vetoing that you are not allowed to cut that laugh
You
out.
can't veto me.
I can veto you. You're not
I'm the
mine.
editor, motherfucker.
I'm higher on
I
the
will
totem pole at Sky's
I'm going up longer, bitch.
Who gives the best kisses?
I think we both know the answer to that.
Neither of us.
Correct.
Well, I literally, because
I don't like lip
I don't-
kissing. Like I was gonna say earlier, why would you want to exchange, like sloppily exchange saliva with each other? That's disgusting.
I don't know, man.
Disgusting.
Oh, Scott's done.
It's because if you lock lips equals love.
No, but it's gross. It's like you shove a plate of Jello against your lips and it like just wobble your lips around.
I do that every time I get jelly.
I also don't like Jello. Fun fact.
I motorboat the jelly every time.
Oh my gosh. Cover your ears, kids.
If kids are listening to this, then
Don't.
Jesus. Yeah.
Then I don't know why you're here. You shouldn't be watching this, but
This
also
might be a kids
I don't
movie,
know.
but fuck off.
But also, welcome.
Also welcome, I guess. Like I don't know, you're gonna find out about jokes like these eventually. It
I
might as
mean-
well be through us.
Yeah, I very purposefully mark all of the episodes on Apple Podcasts as explicit content.
Do you
Yeah,
do that on YouTube? Because like not age restrict them because that kills any viewership you get.
Yeah, I
But do
don't
you, like do
age
the
rest-
not for kids bit?
I do not for kids, but I don't age restrict
Yeah.
because age restricting's dumb.
Well,
Like it will, like it. Not that it's dumb. It
the fact that it,
it will
kills
like
your
it will
views.
just destroy it.
Yeah.
I don't
The
actively
way that
do
it
when I'm like,
works is
you know, just-
dumb.
fuck it. Yeah, the way it works is dumb. So then I go not for kids. Just watch it, please.
Yeah, because if you do not for kids on
yeah.
YouTube, I'm pretty sure it just like doesn't put it on the YouTube's kids app, and it won't recommend it. If like someone's viewer thing is like full of kid shit, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. But enough about the behind the scenes stuff.
Yes. I think the other ones had were they got a weird amount of food at that hotel for like taking care of 70 dogs. They were not struggling with food.
No, they
It was
weren't.
kind of wild. When they went to the party, she was like, "It's like okay, it's all good. I'm just gonna go to a party. I'll be back. Don't you worry." And she's like at the party, having a good old time, and it's like one of the guys just comes and goes, "Oh yeah, that's right. You're in the you're in the foster care system. It's like, it's like, what's he talking about? I'm sorry, babe, I can't date you. I don't date orphans.
So he never
know.
at any point went, "Oh, I don't like you now."
But
I also didn't know. I said, "Damn,
weird
Jason."
interaction.
Yeah, I was like, "Damn, Jason is just here to move the plot along." Because Jason was
Yeah.
the guy, like Andy waves at him once because he lives in the same apartment complex as the foster parents, and she's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
hi, Jason," and I was like, "Why did she say that? Why did she say hi to this random guy named Jason?" And then lo and behold, he turns up just to be like, "You're an orphan."
And a thumping
Is
good
this,
one.
is this real, Chad? Is she an orphan? Can I date an
No, but
orphan?
I kind of understand that scene in the sense of like when I was in, well, this is more when I was in primary school, not high school. Sometimes I would lie about my home situation because I was embarrassed and ashamed by it. I didn't want to tell, I don't want to get too into it on this podcast, not the place, but like I didn't want to tell people what was going on. So I just went, "Oh no, yeah, I'm great. Everything's great."
Because that sounds like a healthy thing to do.
Yeah, that's how they said it as well. We didn't know anything was going on.
See, that was the laugh I was trying to do before that came out weirdly. That definitely is not in this episode.
Yeah. We'll see.
But yeah, I can understand why she lied about it. Like, when you first think about it, it's like, oh, why the fuck would you lie about that? That's stupid. But when you're a kid and you just want people to like you, and the only person you've been around forever seems to be your brother, you tend to lie about things because you want people to like you.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, okay. I got to get into this because it's just, it's been on my mind about this movie for so long. This is weirdly one of the most anti-establishment, anti-cop movies I've ever seen. Like, they just constantly like running from the pound, which the pound has some must be funded millions of dollars each year because why do they have that kind of technology? But just constantly they had those microphones where they're like, okay, point it over there. That's a dog barking. Roll out.
Oh.
It got so quiet then.
Yeah, so I was thinking, I was like, huh? Is that the alley scene where the dog's barking in the... Okay, yeah, I vaguely remember that. I don't remember what tech that was exactly. But there is technology, I don't know if people at the pound would have it, but there is technology that is used to detect sound. Like, I know firefighters have that. For if there's a collapsed building, they'll set up that equipment so that they can hear if anyone's trapped.
Yeah, why would a fucking pound have that?
I don't know. I don't know. What am I, a technology expert?
It's literally the most anti-establishment. They're like, don't worry, I won't tell anyone. This is our secret. And a new person would walk in, don't worry, your secret saved me. I'm not telling the cops. Constant stuff like that happens in this movie.
I have to kind of disagree with you there.
Okay.
It's very anti-pound. I agree with that.
Okay.
But it's not anti-cop. I have in my notes, especially that end scene where the guy just talks and they're like, oh, yeah, no, it's fine now.
That's true.
No. In real life, the police would have pulled out their baton and bonked someone on the head. Especially that large crowd there. At the very least, there would have been people in fucking riot gear. And, if you see protests online, they're all, people who are there to hold off the crowd. They have those big-ass shields, and they're in, riot gear and shit.
Yeah.
It also reminds me, though, there was a couple of things where it looked like the dogs were being, when, the hotel gets found out, it was, fucking... The pound is arresting the dogs and dragging them away, and I don't know why I found that so funny, but I was like, "What the fuck?"
There's been 2 movies this is the second one, but it's there are 2 movies where there's pound scenes, and the pound is just so overplayed by like where it's like a police station.
Yeah, that's what they do in like movies that are centered around animals.
Yeah,
The
What was
pound
the
is the
first one?
bad guys. Bad guy.
yeah.
You
What
said
was the
this is the
first
second
one?
one. What was the first one?
Garfield.
Oh,
Oh, that's
know-
true.
You know, the one where Garfield threatens to hang himself.
yeah.
Oh my god. Is that the
That movie-
newest one? Is that the one
No.
I saw?
No,
Oh no, or is this like
The live action one.
Why am I thinking Bill Murray? Was Bill Murray in that one?
yeah,
he was Garfield.
Okay, look, my
Oh,
brain
wait,
remembered
wait.
someone.
Holy shit! Yeah.
Holy shit, guys!
Hey, that's me. I'm Garfield.
That was
Hi,
a terrible
John.
impression.
Yeah, I know.
How dare
I know. You're a
if Madeline was
John.
here. No, but there's like a couple things that have to do with like, cops and shit. Or like cop-esque stuff in this movie where I was kind of like, what the fuck? Like when they were trying to get the dogs to the next date or whatever.
Oh yeah,
Um,
there'd be a no-kill shelter there.
yeah. They clocked the dogs that as they were like as if they were speeding. They fucking weren't. They fucking weren't. Fuck off. A
Yeah,
dog cannot run fast enough, even in a residential area, to set off a speedometer, like whatever the fuck they use to scan whether a car's speeding.
It is a speedometer.
Yeah, that's
Well, I
correct.
thought a speedometer was the one that measures how fast you're going in your car.
It's the same thing.
Same thing. All right, cool. I'm
think.
correct, I guess. Sure. Let's pretend like I know what I'm talking about. But I don't know. Again, it was a part where I got weirdly mad at. I was like, no, they fucking weren't, because that's the part that makes the whole thing fuck up. Kind of, well, the like whole chase bit happen,
Mm.
and I'm like, that shouldn't have happened because they shouldn't have been. I mean, they should have still chased them, but not because they were fucking speeding. More so because, what the fuck, you know? Just dangling
Hey, that-
meat out of the back of an open van and like a bajillion dogs running down the street. They were
That
definitely
van
not-
fucking rocked.
They were definitely not obeying traffic laws.
No,
But that van
no.
was pretty cool. Like in a like, oh god, you're a nerd, but like in a good way.
Oh no, how did they find us? I wonder what we would. Only if we weren't driving the giant dog van.
Yeah.
Like the one from Dumb and Dumber.
God. I think that's actually all the notes I have.
Yeah.
Just
Just have a couple of more. Like one of mine's
Yeah.
dogs are always great. Smiley face. And then another one of mine is at the end when the whole like they say the whole city just pitched in to like make the actual proper renovated hotel for dogs.
Mm.
Like
mm.
no way in hell did these people all pitch in to make this place possible to be run by kids and dogs, or as I accidentally wrote in my notes, doggers. Like, I no. If they said the actual like city funded it, like the government, maybe possible. You know, local government has some amount of money.
As we all
like-
know, people don't love dogs.
No, but I just think people are stingy with money. Especially in the year of our Lord 2009, assuming it's set in the year that it came out in. Because what happened just the year before, I'm pretty sure,
I think wasn't it? Wait,
a market
When was the
crash. There was a
Great
big
Financial Fall?
market crash.
yeah, was that 2009?
That was
I can't
2008.
remember.
Oh wait, was it 2008?
I'm pretty sure it's 2008.
Finn,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, come
Quick,
on.
Finn, do the
we
research.
Need to find out when was the market crash?
Like,
That'll
there
tell
was
us
a
how.
huge recession in 2000.
2008.
Yeah, I was right. Look at
No,
this.
Oh, sorry, 07.
Close enough.
Yeah, look, the recovery period is very short. I mean, it's very long. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of in a crisis now in Australia. At least a housing crisis. I don't know about like
In a crisis of
generally
everything.
economic- Yeah, everything's a crisis always.
the world's on fire
Oh boy, but
all the time.
some of my other notes. Let me have a look. There was a couple of bits of continuity that I was a bit confused about. Like with some of the inventions, I was like, how are they resetting themselves? How does that work?
Well,
But the slingshot thing, how does that reset itself? Because he
he
Yeah, but-
configured it in a way to where it would.
But
I don't know
but
how.
I'm just like, logistically, how is more what I'm saying. Like, I want to know.
There is a sadly
Uh,
answer we cannot provide.
Yeah. Let's see, what other... Oh! I, honest to God, I don't know if this song even came out when this movie came out, but I was so shocked when they did not play Who Let the Dogs Out.
That song
Every-
came
That
out
was out
many
way
years
before.
Okay. I was like, I don't know when that song came out. I'm dumb. But every dog movie I've seen, every time, Who Let the Dogs Out? Who? Even if it's dumb, it's usually dumb. But I was like, if they don't play that song, I'm gonna be so shocked. And then they didn't. I didn't hear the song at all.
So
I
that
think
means
this
it
is
goes up at half a star.
No, I think they should have.
Oh, okay.
I don't know when, but they should have. It is what I've come to expect, and the fact that it didn't happen upset me.
I don't like change.
I don't like change. Again, I'm autistic. I don't.
Actually, that is quite weird that they didn't include that song. That is very odd.
Yeah. And I guess last thing, because I don't want to run too long. So okay. Do you know how the hotel sign like randomly like flickered on?
Yeah, it's a magic
Just
hotel.
perfect.
Yeah, it's magic.
Okay, I was literally gonna say, I was like, is the hotel fucking haunted? Because I would make this a lot of a different movie, a different genre movie. If the
Haunted
hotel
by
was fucking
dog
haunted, yeah, and all the two dogs in there were just ghosts.
Hotel
Oh my
Ghost.
god.
I
That
think
would
that would have been a better movie. Dog ghosts haunting an old hotel.
Yeah. that
but-
would be quite the movie. Okay, sorry, I just realized there was a video game based on this movie for Microsoft Windows, the Wii, and Nintendo DS.
Which DS? Like the original DS, the DSi.
Original DS.
Okay.
Well, DSi ran the same games as the DS. So.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted to know like around when it came out.
When did the DSi? I mean, when did 2009? That it would have been would have come out around the same time as the movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna check when the DSi was made because I'm curious. DSi.
DSi.
No. How do I look this up? When did the
DSi
DSi come out? Yeah.
Yes.
Shut up.
I'm sorry.
When did it come out of the closet? Oh, 2004. Apparently, that might be in.
Okay.
That was the
Japan,
DS.
Oh, I looked up. Oh yeah, DS. I looked up DSi. Where did it come out with DS?
DSi was 2008.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so-
Yeah, so the year before.
It wasn't like they would have been different consoles. It's the same fucking thing.
One had internet access.
Yeah. Alright, quick thing before we go to reviews. How much do you think the budget was in box office?
Oh,
I
okay.
already saw, so I'm not going to participate.
Oh, just me
Okay.
then. The
Yeah.
spotlight's on me.
Alright. We can do higher or lower if you want.
Yeah, since it's just me, higher or lower. I'll start
Alright.
with the box office. I'm gonna say. I feel like this
The box office?
movie. No, like I'm gonna start with what I think. Yeah, no,
Budget.
sorry, budget. Yes.
Yes.
Again, I don't know how to speak. But this movie came out earlier than the Dora one, but I feel like this one.
But-
I'm
also
like trying to
during a
compare it to the
crisis.
Dora stuff. Yeah. Maybe. No, like 45. No, dog actors would probably be expensive. 60. I'll say 60. 60 million.
Lower.
All right, lower. 50.
Lower.
30.
Higher.
Okay. 45.
Lower.
40.
Lower.
35. I forgot what
Yes!
my in-betweens are at this point. That took
Like
me so many turns.
You were so close. You're like, 45. And I'm like, oh my god, they're very close. And then, nah, dog actors.
And dog actors could be expensive. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but then a lot of them were also from the pound.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot that.
Yeah.
And how much it
box office.
made?
Yeah.
A bajillion. No, I think it made a profit.
Correct.
I would like to think that it made a profit. It had to be popular enough in order to be a Macca's toy.
Actually,
So-
I'll give you this. It did make a profit.
Yeah. So the budget was 35. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 70 million.
It's hardly it's like barely a profit. No, much more.
Oh, much more.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
70 million from 35 is barely a profit.
I assume every movie on this channel has barely any profit or no profit at all. Okay,
just sometimes
I'll
people
go
like
up
movies,
to
don't they?
110 million then.
Very close, but higher.
20? 120?
Close enough.
Yeah, 117.
Oh, okay. That's
Hey, we
a
would have been
squeaky
here forever.
whistle.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, no, I would have said 15 next, and you would have said higher. Then I would have said the in between of 20 and 15, and it would have been 17. It would have been two more
Yeah.
turns.
Fair enough. Yeah,
Anyway,
Finn, fuck you.
fuck you, Finn. Reviews. I want to
Yeah,
go first. My turn. Because I really like the first one. It's funny.
It is very
Alright.
funny.
4 stars from Dizzle. Emma Roberts could do The Revenant, but Leonardo DiCaprio could never do Hotel for Dogs.
Fuck.
I'm gonna go 2.5 by Adina. Cinema should have stopped. Cinema should have stopped in 2009 because this was the peak.
But fucking number one Gizmo fans making another comeback.
I know he's in every one of his fucking
Yeah.
things.
Isn't a 5 out of 5 because of lack of logic, but truly is a beautiful cinematic experience that would be wonderful to see in cinemas. God.
I like
Thank
this
you.
movie. I didn't
Sorry.
say in the I said in the last one what I would rate this one. I'd rate this one a 3 or a 3.5.
Oh my
Sorry.
fucking god.
Sorry, 5 stars by Caden McQueen. Sometimes I confuse this film with Hotel Rwanda.
I just saw this one from Kiara, 3 stars. When Don Cheadle said, "This hotel, the hotel for dogs," man, that was Kino.
But yeah, I'm a sucker for dogs. I like dogs. I am a sucker for animals. I love animals. I think there should be more movies where the animals are the main focus instead of the stupid people. I have a bit of a bias.
Sorry, I just realized I found another Easter egg in Letterboxd.
Mhm.
So when you're on Letterboxd on desktop and someone has a spoiler, to read more, like you press it has a hyperlink that shows up that says "I can handle the truth."
Oh yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I just straight up didn't. But yeah, movie references, guys.
Fun fact, I don't know what movie it's referencing, but I knew it must have been some sort of reference.
I can't remember the name of it, but I know I know the people in the scene.
Alright.
It's from A Few Good Men.
That's the one.
I was waiting for you to
Never
figure
heard
it
of
out.
it.
I straight up forgot the name of it.
Such a good film.
I haven't seen it.
You'll have to force me to watch it at some point. Because I haven't seen it.
A few good movies.
I don't think I have anything else to say.
Yeah, I think that's where we will call this one.
Ooh.
Finn, what was that?
I went,
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were saying something.
Nope.
But yeah, thank you for joining us for this episode of Why Do We Watch This Movie? I mean, as I said last week, like a
Good job.
I don't know how to speak, so yeah, just fuck it. Our stuff will be in the description down below. You're always a pleasure to have on.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say
Mono.
that.
That is the most egotistical thing I've ever said. Sorry, continue outro.
And also, like, IRL, we're also all about to hang out. So,
Yeah, we're gonna play D&D, and you guys don't get to watch.
No.
yeah, get shat on. But
fuck?
anyway, yeah. Thank you all for listening. See you in the cinema.
I won't see you in the
Bye.
cinema.
Bye.
Bye bye.